Hello YouTube, this is that BMX guy. I just picked up a few Totem hubs off of eBay. They came with an 11 tooth driver and I just put my normal titanium driver in there. So we have a fresh Totem front hub, which I'm probably going to lease eventually, but at the moment it's just going to stay in its package. I already put the spokes that I need for this guy. This is the rear hub. So the rear hub just has the titanium driver with a new cog and some new cone nuts, or what do you call it, volcano nuts. And they're gonna, or this in particular hub is going to replace the old Totem hub that's on the 125R right now. I'm probably just going to switch the titanium bolts, the cone nuts that are using those newer Elite washers and whatever. But the hub just keeps coming loose all the time. I'm thinking it's the outside of the bearing. So I think it's just time to change it. This is an older Totem where it's still using the engraved letters, when this newer one, even though they're both from 2013, this one has the laser etching and even has like 36 hole and right hand drive on the shell, which they started doing sometime after the Elite. But anyway, I'm gonna get this guy ready to go. I got spokes for the rear rim, fresh spokes. One of these groups is a 185 set and the others group should be a 183 set. Got these black DT alloy nipples. And I will get going here. First I'll just take the wheel off and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so I just loosened the bolts, pulled the chain off. It's easier to not show me doing that. It doesn't take me too long to do it. But I already upgraded this hub to titanium bolts. And I'm just going to reuse the volcano cones because they as soon as I use the bike, it just seems curbs and everything else somehow just hit these things. So since they're already scratched, I'd rather just keep using them. I just put all the stuff there. I did put these newer Elite serrated cone washers on there that I'm just going to clean up. And this is the driver that is technically a 3-speed driver. And it just looks a little different from, say, the normal titanium driver. This actually, I believe, is stainless steel. And it actually has 3 bearings in it instead of 4. I don't know if you can actually see it in the video. But there's only 1 bearing on this side and there's 2 bearings on the inside. This is just the spacer that goes between the bearings. But it's a little bit heavier, but I can use these nice surly cogs that seem to last a very long time. I'll still probably use this one when I need to. This is the titanium driver that I had since I had the SS hubs in 2001. That hub didn't even like wear out at all, or that driver didn't. And I just have a new 14 tooth just ready to go. I replaced the bearings in it with these Enduro Maxes some time ago. Actually, I did that with the other one. It's right here. Like, so. Anyway, the hub itself, I don't know what's the deal, but this hole just walks loose, and I don't know if it's the outside or inside anymore. But there's like 11,000 miles in this hub. I don't know if you can really see the teeth, like they're really showing that they're wore out, but they don't really look like they're that bad. If anything, they're like new. If anything, they might have a little bit of color coming off, but compared to these ones, they're basically just, you know, shiny on the edges. So the idea is just to change to this hub shell in this wheel, which won't take too long. but I don't know. I just feel bad changing it out, but it has to be done. Anyway, I'll show it after I unlace it. Okay, so they're unlaced. I got the 183s and the 185s that came off of it. I'm probably gonna just save them in case I need them, but I'm not gonna use them because I got fresh ones. The rim is still pretty good. I mean, I only had the rim since 2018, and it's still like no. I ain't really worried about the rim. But yeah, the hub, it's kind of easier to see the wear around the spoke holes and stuff. And that's about it. It was the first wheels I laced to, or these hubs, I had a pair of Totems I bought, and they were laced to CR18s with straight gauge spokes. Then a few years later, I decided to change it to double butted spokes, so I relaced these hubs to those same rims again. And then I went to alloy nipples, like those guys. And then I went to new spokes and alloy nipples with the Velocity rims. But yeah, the hub is still okay. I mean, it can be still used for projects. But, you know, put 11,000 miles on this hub alone. And I think it's just time to just retire it. The new hub shell is still the same. You can kind of see that if the older one's slightly faded, but you know, it's not that faded. I mean, it's still very black. Over the years, I changed the bearings and the axles. I think I changed a new axle since 2017. I must have put a new axle in this hub after every MS150 because it would always come loose after 200 miles of doing that straight for a whole weekend. The titanium driver that I had for many years, I'm just going to keep these pawls that you see in it and the bearings that just fall out of it. And I'm still going to use this stainless steel 3-speed driver that I just use one cog on. It's more than fine, and I kind of prefer these Surly cogs, so I guess I'll just lace this guy up and I'll show it laced. Okay, so the wheel is laced and ready to be tensioned and trued. It's satisfying to do. And I guess I'll finish this up and put it all together. So a blank, you will see it trued, and I'm going to put the tire on. Okay, so this is the next morning, and I had this makeshift trimming stand out of one of my frames. This is a custom M2F flatland frame I just stripped down a couple years ago. Anyway, it's kind of set up as a trimming stand with some zip ties, and I'll just get it pretty accurate just with that. I get the spin in my hand. Spin, but there's no rubbing anywhere. That's really what matters. But yeah, it came out pretty decent. The freewheel still very annoying and loud. But yeah, that's my new wheel. Trued. I'll probably bring it to a different trimming stand just to check it right after I ride it for maybe a couple miles, just to make sure I stretch relieve the spokes and all that stuff. But yeah, the rim wasn't beat up anyway. I kind of made sure of that. but the sub hopefully doesn't start loosening up like the other one did. So yeah, the hub spin's pretty free compared to the other one too. I got the rim pretty good. And now I'll just tighten it all up. So it's buttoned up. You can actually pedal it. And it just does this normal thing of being really loud and noisy. There's no actual hop in the tire. I didn't really have to line up the brakes. It just kind of lined up in the brakes right away. So, I think that came out pretty good. Let's see how this hub goes. The 3-speed hub has been doing fine too. I got that a couple years ago. Stainless steel versus titanium. Well, about the same. The stainless, I guess, is heavier. But these Surly cogs give me about 1,000 miles out of them. Actually, I can get more than that, but after 1,000 miles, it's just good to just change them. Just so I don't wear out the front one. Since I change the chain and the cog at the same time. But yeah, anyway, this is that BMX guy, and thanks for watching.